okay, so you said I'm going NBA on TNT Tuesdays, and it's one of the coolest jobs I've ever had, and I'm thrilled about it. And I get a lot of my inspiration from Ernie from NBA on TNT Thursdays, who I believe is one of, if not the greatest studio hosts that I've ever seen. And the thing that I learned from watching him in preparation was his number one skill was listening. Number one. Like the amount of times I would watch Inside the NBA and I myself would want to jump in and interrupt or create my own conversation, but I would watch him restrain himself. And then I thought, you know, where else have you seen a white man on television for 3 decades heed the floor to 3 African-American men and just listen? And I think that's part of a reason why that show is so important to the culture. I think there's a reason why, like, the NBA seems to be so much more advanced in terms of having these conversations. I just feel like Ernie is a white man that listens. Adam Silver is a white man that listens. And I think that we're at a time right now where I'm having a lot of white friends message me and ask me, you know, what can they do? And I'm not the guy. Like, I'm gonna tell you what to read. I'm going to tell you that you should keep your ears open, and I'm happy to give those lessons. But, like, you need to be reaching out to the people of color that are close to you and not asking how are they doing, but really just messaging them and saying, man, I got a lot of love for you. And there's a lot of craziness going right now. And don't say things like, I don't know how you're feeling, because I think it's our job right now as people that are not of color, white people, to listen and to really empathize and to understand. And I don't know. I have a very renewed energy. I'm sure you can hear it in my voice, but it's something that matters a lot to me. And I don't know, man. Silence is violence in this moment.
Adam Lefkoe joins us. Bleacher Report, Turner Sports. I think that your message here on listening is of the utmost importance because we've been reared in this culture of social media where it is not about listening, it is about spouting off your own take, your own opinion. The value of social media is, what are you thinking? What is your voice? You put it out there because you need to have that platform. And so that's the opposite of listening. So oftentimes I say the same thing. I go, well, we are being encouraged as a society to speak. But the inverse of that is nobody actually listens. Do you find that to be a frustrating part of social media? Because you use social media daily and you use it really well.
Right. I think it's the number one hardest part. And I think a lot of this and a lot of the way that we consume media, people will say it really did change around 2001 because of September 11th, when 24/7 news networks had to be started because there was pandemonium. And then with that became 24/7 sports. And with that became, how do we create ratings? With that became, well, we need argument. Okay, well, if we need argument, we need 2 points of view. Okay, then we're going to manufacture those points of view so they get louder, because when they're louder, people will keep watching. And there's never a part of truly soaking in a message. I'm very deep into like stoicism and the Greek notion that we have no control in the world around us, or we have no control in the world around us. We only have control of our actions. And I think that's important to think right now. And I got an email this weekend that it talked about the 3 ways of listening. And it's listening to fix, listening to argue, and listening to listen. And I think a lot of people in management positions, usually in these situations, listen to fix. They listen, and the entire time they're going, okay, what can I say or do right now to fix this? And that's something that a lot of parents do when they listen to their kids. You know, the listening to argue, it's like you're listening for those points. And we all know that. Statistics-driven, fact-driven argument. But what we're not getting is the listening to listen. Because everybody thinks that there's some combination of words, some formula that they're going to put together with the right nouns and adverbs and adjectives that everyone's going to go, that's it. They solved all of the issues. And that doesn't exist. There is no combination. It's never going to happen, so stop worrying about it. And it requires listening and action. And the problem is social media, there is no action. I learned this very early on. I was a reporter in Louisville, Kentucky, and I decided to produce a documentary about the Louisville, Kentucky basketball rivalry. I started working with producers. We created all these campaigns, and we launched a GoFundMe for like 40 grand. And I remember leading up to it, we're like, if all of our followers donate $5, we're going to hit it in like a day. And there was all this notion, these retweets, these likes, and there was no action. And now when there's something that's actually meaningful, where we need people to get together and really sacrifice their time and their comfort, which nobody wants to give away, in order to truly go out there and have an impact, they'd rather just keep scrolling or find people that aren't talking about it. And I have a hard time not talking about it right now, as you can see. But in terms of like how social media and how sports is, sports, we're obsessed with finding a winner and a loser. You know, the game ends the night before and everybody goes, okay, who do we blame? And in this, we need to look at ourselves, and we need to look at the wholesale fixes that are going to take months to fix. And it starts with elections, and it starts with people actually paying attention. But man, there's nothing that people cling more closely to than comfort, and I think that's the thing that has to go away right now.